Hi. I hope you're having a terrific Thursday. I'm just getting us some music on. Then I'll get us loosened up into some yoga, wind us down, and then I'll put us into a short guided meditation. I am still on my brace this week, so the doctor told me I had 2 weeks and then I needed to recheck. So I got 1 more week and then I'll be going back in. So we're going to listen to Inner Lotus music this morning, 432 hertz and 111 healing hertz during our yoga class this morning. So as I was saying, I can move with you some. I won't be able to do all of the poses with you, but I'll still guide you through. Just turning it up so it can be heard. All right, we'll start with the head and rotate in that circular motion all the way around. Keeping our breath going as we're moving. Centering in to the body. Setting intention for the class. Make sure we're moving the head in both directions. And then when you're ready, you can move down to the arms and the shoulders. And rotate them. Opposite direction when you're ready. Good, down to the wrists. Stretch the fingers. Good, shoulders up towards the ears and drop. Back up towards the ears and gently drop. One more time, back up towards the ears and then roll back and down. Good. Gently tilt side to side in the chair, lifting up the hips. Good. Straighten the legs. Come about the width of the chair and rotate the ankles. And remember, make sure your chair is safe. If you have wheels on it, make sure the chair is locked. If you have arms on your chair or a desk or table in front of you, obviously you can use that during class as well for your props. Stretch the toes. Good. Make that big circle, hands together above the head. We're gonna keep them there. We're gonna half curve for crescent moon. We did just have the full moon this week. Good, back up towards the ceiling and over to that other side. Good, back up towards the ceiling, arms down into goddess. Nice, we're gonna shift again as if we're going into crescent moon. Good, back up and over to that other side. Good, back up, bring the arms out to the side. Good, we're gonna shift forward and bring our torso down by our knees, as far down as it feels good to do so, and bring the head up. Nice, bring the head back down, Gently come back up to sitting and bring the arms down to the side. Shake them out. Good, big circle again. Hands together above the head. Down to the heart center. Out to each side. We're going to take one knee and bring it up towards the chest. Straighten the leg. Good, bend the knee and back down to the floor. Other side, knee up towards the chest. Straighten the leg. Bend the knee and back down. Release the arms. Good, twist to one side. Straighten the legs. Good, bend the knees and twist back to center. Twist to the other side. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees and twist back to center. Good, stretch back up towards the ceiling. Gently towards the back of your chair. Release the arms back down into goddess. We're going to shift back up. Bring the chin towards the chest and bring the upper body down towards the knees and then drop the arms down towards the floor. Shake them out if you'd like. Good, coming up to just the forearms up on our thighs. Nice, up with one arm. Stretch from that hip all the way up through the armpit, all the way up the arm, through the hand. Nice, and back to center. Other side, up towards the ceiling, stretch. We want that same stretch on this side. Good, and back to center. Shift back up to sitting. Nice, we're gonna stretch forward in front of us. Back down to the forearms. Up on one side. We're gonna bend the elbow this time and bring the hand down in front or behind the head. Whatever you're comfortable with. Back up towards the ceiling and then back to the forearm. Other side, up. Bend that elbow. Straight back up towards the ceiling and back to the forearms. Roll back to sitting. Nice, big circle, hands together above the head. Down to the heart center and release the arms. Good, stretch forward again. Down to the forearms. Good, we're gonna go back up towards the ceiling with that first arm. Bend that elbow again and take the hand on the opposite side of the head this time. Back up towards the ceiling and back to the forearm. And if you have that desk or table in front of you, you could use that too. Over to that other side, up. Bend that elbow again, take the hand on the other side of the head. Good, back up towards the ceiling and back to the forearms. Roll back to sitting. Good, big circle again, hands together above the head. Down to the heart center, press forward and come back to the forearms. Roll back to sitting. Good. Brace the arms on the arms of the chair or hold on to the chair or wherever you'd like your hands. We're going to work the legs a little bit. Straighten the legs. We're going to bring them about the width of the chair and then bring the feet together as if you're making a diamond. Back out into V. Bring the legs back together and then bend the knees. Good, straighten the legs again. The width of the chair. We're gonna take one foot and bring it up towards the calf. Back out, together, and bend the knees. Straighten the legs again, about the width of the chair. We're gonna take the other foot to the calf. Good, release back out, legs together, and bend the knees. Good, straighten the legs again, about the width of the chair. This time we're just gonna crisscross them, one leg on top of the other. Good, back out, back in, other leg on top. Good, back out the width of the chair, and then bend the knees. Good, make that big circle, hands together above the head, down to the heart center, and then bring the arms out into goddess. The legs are out further, so you're almost in that goddess pose, just seated. Good, back up with the hands, bring the knees together, hands back down to the heart center. Good, release out. Big circle again, hands together above the head, down to the heart center. Take the knees about the width of the chair, then bring the hands back into goddess. Good, back up above the head, back down to the heart center. We're gonna bring the knees together. Good, release the arms. We're gonna take one leg and stretch it to the back of the chair. Hold on to the chair, or again, the table and the arm, and stretch that back leg. Gently move the foot from side to side. You're gonna feel that shift. The upper body is probably gonna move a little bit too. Good, and gently bring that knee up and then shift back to center. Good, we're gonna go over to that other side. And then we're gonna shift that leg back. Stretch from that hip all the way down to the ankle. Keep breathing as we're moving. Good, then gently bring that knee forward and then shift back in the chair. Good, we're gonna go back to that first side, bring the knee to the side of the chair or the leg to the side of the chair and then push back. Brace with one hand on the chair, the arm or the table. Wherever you need to, we're gonna go up with one arm. Good, down, and then we're gonna go up with that other arm. Nice, down, we're gonna take that back leg, bring it forward, and then shift back in our chair. Good, we're gonna take the other side, back, brace on the chair, and then we're gonna go up with one arm. Good, down, and then up with that other arm. Good, down, bring that leg up, and then shift back to the chair. Good, kind of shift those hips side to side. The upper body might move too. Good, I'm gonna have us twist to one side, back to center, and to the other side. Good, back to center. We're gonna go back to that first side, straighten those legs again, and bend the knees. Good, back to center. Going back to that other side, straighten the legs, and then bend the knees, and shift back to center. Good, stretch up for the ceiling again. That half curve for crescent moon. Stretch to the side. Good, back up towards the ceiling and then over to that other side. Good, back up towards the ceiling and bring the hands down in front to stretch forward. Stretch from those shoulder blades all the way through the arms. Good, and shift back to center. Nice, move the shoulders as if you were swimming backwards. Let the body shift. Keep that breath going and move at your pace. If you want more of a workout, obviously move quicker, but keep that breath going faster too. Good, now we're gonna go forward with the shoulders. Good, now we're gonna move the arms in. And move as we're swimming forward. And then we're gonna do that back stroke. And now we're gonna move the head with the arms. You might be shifting in the hips. You might feel the shift in your legs. And now we're gonna go forward. Move that head with the arms. Again, at your pace. Release down when you're ready. Whew, those arms are nice and warm now, aren't they? All right, we're gonna shift in the chair. I want us to be able to bring our knees up and move as if we were moving the pedals on a bike. Just one at a time. Bring the other foot to the floor before you lift up the other one. In that forward motion. A few more times. Good, and now we're gonna go in backwards motion. Keep that breath going. And relax down when you're ready. Good, shake out the fingers, shake out the toes, rotate the wrists and the ankles, both directions. Good, bring the arms out into goddess. We're gonna take the knees about the width of the chair, and then we're gonna bring the legs to the side of the chair if it feels good to do so. Shift to one side, back to center, and to the other side. Good, back to center, release the arms, bring the legs back together. Straighten the legs about the width of the chair and rotate those ankles. Good, and then just center in your chair. And do that body scan. From the top of the head to the tips of the fingers and the tips of the toes. and feel. Is there more tension? Is there a certain stretch or pose that's coming to mind? If so, please feel free to do it. Otherwise, you may relax in your chair while we wait for the others to join us. Staying connected to the breath, the music, the outside noises, and my voice. Excuse me. Gently closing the eyes if it feels good to do so, or using that one point focus. Come into that drishti gaze, or if the eyes are closed, center in. Connect with your breath. The rise and fall of the shoulders. The rise and fall of the abdomen. With each inhale and with each exhale. As I mentioned earlier in class, we had the full moon this week. The full moon is good for releasing. What do you have to release? What no longer serves you? Let it go. With each exhale, let it go. The full moon is also good for manifestation. What do you wish to manifest during this moon cycle? What's your desire? What's your goal? With each inhale that you take in, bringing that manifestation to your reality. With each inhale, manifest every desire into your reality. And with each inhale, manifest every goal that you have set for yourself during this moon cycle. A big breath in through the nose and gently out through the mouth. Again, gently in through the nose and forced out the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Allowing your breathing to go back to its natural. moving the toes, moving the fingers, moving the hands, and moving the feet, moving the legs, and moving the arms, moving the head, and moving the torso. Give yourself a nice stretch. Excuse me. Oh, and relax down when you're ready. Good, make that big circle again. Hands together above the head, down to the heart center. May you stay well. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me, comment. You can donate, tip on any of my avenues if you feel inclined to do so. It is not required. I'm just grateful and thankful you are able to give yourself this time to regroup, refresh. Alicia, Pam, Amy, Trisha. I'm not sure if I got everybody. Maybe I did. I can't always see everything. But thanks for being here. Thanks for doing yoga with me. Until next time, blessings.